Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Lady G's Garden Cafe. How is everybody doing? Have y'all been getting y'all rest and been getting y'all proper sleep? I certainly hope so, because y'all know it's important to get your rest, honey. It'll wake you up refreshed and renewed and ready for the brand new day. All right, y'all. Before we get into what we're getting into, let me tell you what I'm drinking. Today I have carrot juice with green apples, and I have 2 drops of oregano essential oil. Now, for me, the oregano essential oil is to boost your immune system, so that's why I put 2 drops in here, y'all. Let's taste it. It's good. That oregano has a kick, and it's saying, "Hello, I'm in here too." It's good. I think next time I might just put 1 drop though. It's got a powerful kick. Because oregano is strong anyway on its own. Yeah, next time I just put 1 drop. Because I can really taste it. It's like powerful. It's like I'm here and I'm taking over. That's what that oregano doing. But it's gonna boost my immune system, so it's okay, right? Y'all, I have to tell y'all something what's happening in the garden. Honey, this is a different type of update, okay? This is a different type of garden update. This is alert, intruder in the garden. Okay, y'all, let me start from the beginning. What had happened was, y'all know I went to visit my mom, and I stayed a few days in Las Vegas surprising my mom for her 82nd birthday, right? Right. Okay, so I had 2 cats. Listen to what I said. I'm an owner of 2 fur babies, 2 cats. Those are my fur babies. Well, one of my fur babies was used to being raised on 10 acres. So he don't like being cooped up in the house. So he started spraying on stuff, and he was crawling up my blinds and just making all these strange sounds and talking to me all crazy. So I had to let him outside, y'all. So I made him a nice little bed outside. I put him some fresh water. I give him spring water, y'all. And I put his food. He has his own food now, because he had to go to the vet and get his own special urinary tract food. This stuff is not cheap, but anyway, I digress. So I had him set up real nice out there, and I would wash his little beddings and keep it fresh for him. And he would roam the neighborhood, and he was the protector of the garden, y'all. He got to the point, because we don't eat meat over here in this house, okay? But when he decided he wanted to go and be a permanent outdoor cat, y'all, he wasn't no vegan no more. He was eating birds, and he was just doing everything. And I was trying to tell him, the only thing you need to do is make sure that no snakes and nothing that's going to eat the groceries is going to come in the garden. That's all you got to do. Defend the garden. That's all. And I'm going to feed you, give you fresh water, and keep you comfortable. The other cat, Callie, she's a calico. She stay in the house. I'm going to let y'all see her one of these days. But she hides a lot. She don't like people. She kind of shy. She's an introvert. Yeah. And Prince, that's my male cat. He's an extrovert. Okay. So what had happened when I came home, y'all, I had somebody coming over, watering my groceries, some friends of mine. And so their daughter was like, Miss Gayla, the whole time we was coming over there, I didn't see your cat. Where's your cat? I was like, I don't know. He maybe just didn't want to be bothered and didn't want no company today and went on by himself. Well, I got back, y'all, and it was been 4 days, and I still hadn't seen him. But I noticed the food was still going down, because I left a nice feeder out there for him. So I said, well, I'm not going to bring the food in, because usually I feed him and I bring his stuff in. I don't leave food out. But since I was going out of town, y'all, I put a feeder out there so he would have food while I was gone, because he wasn't finna take that staying in the house stuff. And we weren't going to go through that, because I wanted my house intact when I got back, right? So, y'all, I waited Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I still didn't see him. Friday, I didn't see him. I don't know what happened, but the camera just cut off. The camera just cut off. But anyway, so what happened was Friday rolled around. So I said, I'm going to lay on the couch and see if I can hear him out there. Because sometimes he'll come to the window and he'll come in, and I'll pet him and rub him, and he'll want to go back outside. He just be coming in and say, hello, I'm out here. Can I get some attention? And I'll let him come in and get some attention, and I'll let him go back out. That's the kind of relationship we had. So Friday I was out on the couch, and about 10 o'clock at night I heard this rumbling out there. Sounded like somebody was out there throwing my groceries and throwing containers and throwing pots. And I was like, what's going on? So my introvert in the house, Callie, she ran the opposite direction. I'm running to the door, back door. She running to the back house. I'm like, wait a minute, girl. About to make me trip over her, trying to get around her, right? Well, honey, I get to the sliding door to my back door right here, and I look out and I said, oh, there's Prince there, because it was gray, right? Kind of grayish. I said, oh, there's Prince. Honey, I took a better look, honey. I blinked because, I was sleeping. So, I wiped the sleep and I blinked. That was not Prince, y'all. Y'all, it was an intruder in the garden. It was a possum. Y'all, it scared me so bad. I looked and he looked up at me, or he or she looked up at me and was like, what? I was like, you in my yard messing with my cat food. So I took the stick that was in the window, at the bottom, and I was hitting it on the floor. And the possum was looking at me like, what? Girl, stop making all that noise. You disturbing me while I'm eating. Didn't move, y'all. Just looked up at me and kept eating. I'm hitting the floor. And he backed up like, okay, bring it. I was like, wait a minute. So I started to run, y'all. I was looking through my glass window and I started to run. But I said, wait a minute. I'm in the house and I pay the mortgage here. Hold up. So I say, some got to go. So I had sense enough to know, because I was born and raised in Las Vegas, y'all. So I had sense enough to know not to go out there messing with that possum, right? Because I didn't know what I was doing. So one man said, girl, get you some water. Get you a pot of water. It wasn't no hot water, y'all. It was just a pot of water. That's all I could think of at 10 o'clock at night. So I say, well, when I creak open the sliding glass door, it's going to run, right? Honey, I pushed the sliding glass door back a little bit to make sure it makes some noise, like, Honey, the possum was like, step on out here if you bad. I was like, this thing is challenging me at 10 o'clock at night in my yard. I don't understand it. And I'm like, where is Prince at? Prince supposed to be, this your job. Honey, I got the pot of water and I threw it at the pot. I threw the water on the possum, or towards the possum. Because, y'all, he dodged the water. He was like, that's all you got is some water and it's cold too? Girl, you got to bring it better than that, because I ain't leaving, because I'm finna finish eating. I'm like, wait a minute. So I took the stick and I kept hitting the stick on the ground, because now I'm out by the porch, because he done bagged up a little bit, right? He's saying nothing between us but space and opportunity. I'm like, this possum is really serious. He for real. So I was like, look, get out of my yard. Get out. And I'm screaming and hitting the thing, trying to scare it. It was like, you done already messed it up. You done killed my meal, so you done messed it up for me, so I'm going ahead and go. How about the possum took his time crawling up the fence, sat on the top of the fence, and was looking at me like, and next time I come back, you better not bother me, because I might bring some backup. What? He's like, I'm going to be rolling like 3 or 4 deep. That's how he was looking at me on my fence. I was like, I don't believe it. So I went to get some more water, right? And so the possum was on the fence like, she finna get some more water. She finna throw some cold water on me. I'm going ahead and go, man. I ain't got time to be playing with her, because she tripping. Y'all, that's what happened. It was an intruder in my garden. So I'm thinking, where is Prince? Because this thing came and was eating like, it was coming to a buffet like, all you can eat free. So I started thinking, I was like, well, where is Prince? Prince is supposed to be protecting the garden. I ain't never seen and heard no possum in my garden. I heard some rumbling every now and then with Prince and whoever he was rumbling with. But I figured Prince handling his business, because Prince will always be back on the porch going, that's right, and don't come back. So I'd be like, okay, Prince, you handling it. I give him a couple of treats and I go on back and sit down. I'm looking for Prince, honey. Prince must have said, she don't pay me enough to handle this kind of business. This is a heavy load. Prince was like, this is above my pay grade and I'm out. Deuces. I ain't seen Prince yet. You know what? I looked around to make sure there wasn't no hair, no fur, no blood or nothing. So Prince, I think Prince seen that possum coming, and that possum was rolling up on Prince. And Prince was like, deuces, man, you can have that food, man. It's some water. It's spring water. She don't give you no faucet water. It's spring water. You gonna like that. And that bed pretty soft, because she keep it washed. Smells nice. Deuces. I think that's what Prince did. Okay? Y'all, so that's what happened in the garden. I had an intruder alert. That's how it is. Y'all, the enemy was roll up on you and act like he's supposed to be there, because the book says that the devil himself can transform himself into an angel of light. You be thinking it's something that it ain't. I thought that was Prince out there eating the food, but it wasn't. It was a possum. I've never seen a possum up close in person. Seen him on TV. I seen him running through the woods, through the streets. I ain't never seen one in person. To be honest with you, I will never want to see another one no more in my life. All right, so I don't know. I'm still trying to wonder what's going on with Prince, but I don't think he's harmed or anything, because I put out a little message in my little home association website, and they was like, well, I think I seen a cat that looked like that, and he was over here. Prince is like, deuces, y'all can have all of that, because I'm too old to be going through that. So Prince gone. The possum has not come back, because I was up all night with my little stick, waiting to see if the possum was going to show up, because I took everything, picked everything up, and the possum was like, oh, she done shut down the restaurant? What? So I'm praying and hoping that he don't jump into my groceries, because if he jump into my groceries, then we're going to have to get some humane traps and relocate him, do whatever needs to be done, but he got to be gone for good. So y'all, this is Lady G coming to tell y'all what happened in the garden. The possum and the queen, honey. And the possum had to go, because this queen right here, this is Lady G's garden. I ain't finna let nobody come up in here and eat free. Prince decided that the pay wasn't good enough. He could have just asked me for a pay raise. I would have gave him more kibbles and bits, a kitty litter or whatever he wanted, some treats. I would have gave him some more, whatever they call that stuff. I would have gave him some, but I would have, increased his pay. I would have gave him some wet food, dry food. I'd have mixed it up a little bit. He should have came and negotiated with me, y'all. So I want to encourage y'all, whatever y'all going through, whatever y'all experiencing in your life, before you throw in the towel on your marriage, before you throw in the towel on your relationship, before you throw in the towel on your friendship, sit down and talk about it and negotiate. The book says, how can two walk together except they be agreed? So if you're going through some changes with one of your besties or one of your good friends or close friends, your husband, your wife, sit down and talk about it. Discuss it. If Prince had came to the table and say, meow, 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 meaning I need some more pay because this is starting to get a little hazardous. He needs some hazard duty pay. I would have met him at the table. I would have negotiated with him. So y'all, if you're going through something in your life, negotiate, talk about it, communicate. Don't just throw in the towel, y'all, because repair is better than replace. I know this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month along with Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I want to encourage us, if you're in a violent situation, like Prince, honey, Prince wasn't playing. Prince said, this is domestic violence and I'm out. Prince didn't give it too many chances. I ain't seen Prince since I left. Okay, I told Prince, bye, see you later. Prince was like, that's what you think, depending on what come up in this garden. So if you're in a violent situation and you're going through some things and you're getting harassed, you're getting beat on, you're getting abused, I want to encourage you to make your exit, plan your escape. Don't stay there and don't lose your life trying to change somebody, because people will only change when they want to change. All right, y'all. So I just wanted to come in and encourage y'all and tell y'all and update y'all on what happened in the garden and what's been going on since I haven't been online for a while. But y'all, I'm so glad to be back. I'm so glad to be here talking to everybody. And y'all shoot me some comments and tell me, what do I need to do to prepare for the next battle with this possum? Should he or she come back? I don't know nothing about possum. I don't know how to tell what I don't know nothing about them. I don't want to know nothing about them. I don't even want to spend that much time with them. So I want to encourage y'all to be encouraged, and whatever you do, communicate and talk to one another, reason with one another. Unless it's a violent situation, unless you're in domestic violence or domestic abuse, then plan your escape, get out, because we're still in Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And if you are being abused in any way, physically, verbally, mentally, emotionally, I want to encourage you to seek help. All right. So this is Lady G coming straight to you from Lady G's Garden Cafe with an update on the intruder alert. So I just want to encourage everybody to sit down, to reason, to talk about it. Be aware of your surroundings. Watch and pray. And watch and pray, you got it on purpose. Until the next upload. Later, y'all.